donuts on our shift, free coffee on our shift, and then we get an employee discount when we're not working. I love it. I have too many favorites. S'mores, Coco Lala, and there's some different new ones that we have. Rice Krispie treats. I mean, all the donuts are really good. Yeah, I was born in Spokane. I always say downtown all the time, downtown Spokane, even though I live out in the valley.
I would say Heather is one of the easiest people to work with. I love seeing her in that role because she is motivated and she wants to work and she wants to contribute to this community.
My name is Stephen Cutter. I'm the Regional Director of Mission Services for AtWork in our Spokane office. And when it started, it was just me, and now we have 10 employees and we're running strong. Here at AtWork, what we do is we provide employment services, individualized employment services for individuals with disabilities. We also really view the field that we work in, which is called support employment, as an education model. We're educating the public about why you should hire somebody with a disability. There's a right spot for every single person that we serve.
Amy is amazing. She was so super nice.
I am the corporate. I run everything. Communication is always a struggle in small business, I think, just making sure that everybody is up to speed with what you're wanting to do, what your goals are, your impact in the community. We lived in a very kind of transient place in Seattle where people were moving in and moving out a lot. And so we kind of missed that community aspect of our hometown. And so we wanted to come back and kind of glean what we had learned in Seattle in big business and bring it on the small scale front here. And so, you know, one of the best ways to impact a community is through jobs.
Right.
So we looked for something fun. We bounced around a ton of ideas. Mini donuts came up in a conversation one time, and it was one of those fun ideas that we kind of rolled with, and the ball just kept rolling.
I remember the first initial orientation with her and her husband opening up Hello Sugar, and it just seemed like such a great company. I just think that they are going to be a great company for the community.
Michelle is awesome. She's a really good job coach to me. Just being there for me, supporting me.
From what I've learned with Heather, for someone with special needs, I think it's good to have a support system that isn't a family member, isn't a boss, but it's just this other person in your corner.
I try not to coach too one-on-one with Heather because I think she enjoys having the support of her coworkers, and then, you know, I'm there if she really needs me to be there, but she is very independent and she will learn on her own. So I tend not to, you know, be right on her the whole time that she's at work. I'll just stand back and observe a lot. Heather and I have been working together for 2 years now. Yep, 2 years. And I have seen her working in 3 different environments. And I think we have finally found the best fit for her at Hello Sugar.
I've been there since it opened. It's like a couple years ago.
Kendall Yards opened the first Friday of June, National Donut Day, and then we opened July 1st the following year in the Valley.
They had a job fair at the time, and so I went to the job fair and I just got hired right there.
She came out of that first interview in the job fair with a seal of approval. We liked her right away, so we went through the process of how many people we were sure on, we were sure not on, and she was in that list of people we were sure. And if we had, you know, enough room for all of the people that we wanted to hire, she fit the bills.
I was working alongside a job developer at the time, and she found Hello Sugar and presented that they were having a job fair. So Heather went to the job fair and interviewed with Amy that day and got the job.
And so the conversation just naturally rolled, and we had fun talking about all sorts of things like her Special Olympics skiing that she does.
The only time she takes time off is during the winter on Saturdays. She skis on Saturdays at Mount Spokane with Special Olympics, and then she also does their, she'll go to regionals or state some weekends over in Wenatchee, and she's even gone to Korea for Special Olympic World Games.
I'm an all-around kind of gal. I got that award for my ski team.
You know, I think that employment for all is just important more than ever now in the world that we live in. Everybody wants to diversify and be inclusive, which is great. But the disability community is still the one part that gets left out in that equation. You know, you hear a lot about the movement and the good that is happening, but you never hear about the disability community in that. The individuals that we serve, they want to work, they can work, they should work. It's good for business overall. When you hire somebody with a disability, they become a taxpayer, they become a consumer. I mean, our retention rates for our individuals is about 97% within the first year that they stay with the company. So our individuals want to work and they're loyal, you know. When they get that shot, they're going to give it their all. You know, they're always on time, always show up. You know, we have a demographic of individuals that want to be given that chance and deserve that chance. There's many difficulties. Yeah, I think the overall perception of the disability community is huge, and that's our biggest barrier. A big part of our job that's so rewarding is, you know, breaking those barriers, so-called barriers that exist that shouldn't be barriers, but have just unfortunately been labeled or placed upon those individuals.
She's just like anybody else, finding her learning style and running with that, being willing to come alongside her and point something out, but she takes, you know, that kind of criticism very well, better than some people. She is willing to change and adapt as needed.
Her attitude and her personality and all that is what I think is more important in contributing to a work environment. You gotta have someone who's willing to fit in and adapt a little bit, and I think Heather has that ability definitely. She knows what she needs to do and she does it. Honestly, she is such a good worker and she knows what she's doing.
I do donuts still. I also do register, now the drive-through, the coffee bar a little bit here and there.
She actually just informed me they had started her on coffee.
She'll start to learn on how to pull a perfect shot. That's the first thing that we learn on, and that in and of itself is a full lesson. And then she can master it, which is a great learning process for anybody.
Totally.
Because that gives you the thinking behind how you're making your drink.
I just love being there.
You do?
Yeah, I just love being there. I like the location I'm at. I see a lot of friends that come in.
I don't think anyone would regret hiring Heather, and she will work hard and dedicate herself to whatever task she has at hand.
It's been really good so far.
Yeah. How much longer do you want to work there?
Probably forever.
I know that to Hello Sugar, she brings a lot of new people in. Amy has said before that, you know, everybody that walks in knows Heather.
I think there is this idea that she could probably just do the dishes in the back. And the thing that I love about Heather the most is that when she's taught how to do something the right way, which is what we all want as an employer, she does it the right way consistently, sometimes better than other people. I think if you're on the fence about hiring somebody that has a special need or disability, you know, if there's any chance that they could fit in a role at your job, give them the chance, because it might change your life and it might change their life, and really on a human level, isn't that what everybody wants?
I think representation's very important. I think that having somebody with a disability in your workforce, there's nothing but positive things can come from it. I think that, like I said, it also educates all of their coworkers. You know, there's so many people that have never worked with somebody with a disability, and to see that those individuals can work, and you know, I think it just brightens everybody's day too. And I mean, studies also show that businesses that hire people with disabilities, customers and consumers want to frequent those stores more often. I mean, they want to support those businesses as well. So, I mean, full circle, I mean, it benefits everybody involved. I feel very lucky that I graduated college, found this supported employment field that I didn't even know existed. This isn't just a job for me, I mean, this is my career. I plan on sticking in this field forever, just like Heather, right?
I think Heather's just like anybody else. Like, at the end of the day, that's what it's really all about. Heather, if anything, is a better, loving, kind, responsible person than most of us, honestly. And I think there's a lot that we could learn.
Everybody there is my favorite, so.
I've looked at Heather as someone who could be a benefit to the team. And also, if I'm in the business of changing lives through a donut, I have to be on the forefront looking to change lives with my staff. And that in turn has been a highlight of my business ownership.
Being at Hello Sugar is kind of like family, home.